Just had a cookout and I smoked some ribs. It seemed like any other day. I was supposed to go work the next day. My daughter, she wanted me to make sure I woke her up before I left to say goodbye.
911, what is your emergency?
When I was the first one up, I remember just feeling so hot.
The house was on fire. My first thought was the kids. I yelled for Ian, and I remember hitting the boys' door. I remember going for the knob, and I was going to try to turn it, and he said, "Get out." The fire department and the police department by that time was already there. They had to pull my husband out the window because he was trying to find our daughter. The fire marshal at 7 o'clock that morning. That's when he walked in there and he says, "Your daughter was how old?" And I said, 11. And he said, "How old was the youngest boy?" And I said, "He's 9. And I said, "What do you mean was?" And he goes, "They didn't make it." No, not my junior, not my Anders. You cannot tell that my Anders and my junior didn't make it. And he's like, "I'm sorry."
When we walked up, I could tell by the looks on the volunteers' faces that something was very wrong. I did not know at that point that we had lost 2 children in the fire.
Death is hard in the first place, but when it's children, and I myself have experienced losing children, and so when it's kids, it's a whole nother ballgame.
It was hard because you think in your mind, this family went to bed with 3 healthy children, and how hard that would be if it happened to me.
During that time, we were in the middle of our home fire preparedness campaign. Fortunately, I wish we could have did this earlier because I know these kids would have survived then.
After this tragedy happened, we bumped it up several weeks because we were focused like a light beam to try to save people. We've actually already saved another life here in Clarksville just through that campaign alone.
I was really surprised because when you just had a loss like this, and then that family comes to you and says, "Listen, we want to make a difference in the community, and we want to participate." They even asked if they can come out sometime and help us install smoke alarms in people's homes. It was just an honor. It was an honor to be a part of the American Red Cross and to be a part of this family's life.
The Red Cross was there almost immediately. I don't think I would even made it to my mom and dad's car if it wasn't for you guys.
Everything's been great. I mean, I appreciate everything. It's been really helpful and helping us try to come up with some kind of start.
It means a lot more now. Every smoke alarm we put in, we know we could be potentially saving this person's life, and there's no greater feeling. There really isn't.
We rely on our donors to keep the mission going. If it wasn't for the funds that we receive through donations, we wouldn't be able to continue things like the home fire campaign.
I mean, just imagine everything you've ever worked for, within an hour, it just burns to the ground. And everything you've ever worked for is gone. We're gonna help you get to that point to where you can get back on your feet.
When they give a donation to the American Red Cross, it's used in a huge way.
Thank you very much. Because if it wasn't for the Red Cross, I don't even know what we would have done.
Let my 2 be the last to die or something like this.
It means everything to volunteer for this organization, to be able to show up and be the first person they see, and just to be able to wrap your arms around them and give them hope for tomorrow.